Hello, traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Tuesday, July 19th, 2016. Traders coming to you live from Thailand. Stormy, raining, dark, cloudy skies on a Tuesday morning. Currently 7:40 a.m. in Thailand, 20:40 on Wall Street. Traders, great to be with you in this horrendous weather we've had all night. Yes, it started about 3 a.m., so I've had no sleep. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading, and great to be with you. Like I said, we have a lot to talk about today, some wild moves in the markets yesterday, but the markets continue to show green. Everybody keeps moving up and up and up. Unbelievable. So we'll take a good look at, we have 6 currency pairs to look at, and quite a lot to do today. So let's get moving. Traders, my name is William Gilday, and I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006, and in 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, I came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday. Well, traders, I'm in my 9th year, and I'm still living in Asia and absolutely loving it. Traders, the time zone to trade is great. I can actually trade all 3 trading sessions. However, the New York session, I only get about 2 hours, 2.5 hours in. That brings me up close to 11 o'clock at night, and I'm up at 5:30 in the morning. However, I trade options in the New York markets, and in Asia and London, I trade Forex. Traders, how do I trade? I'm a pullback trader. I like a currency pair to make a move and pull it back. So I'm always looking at price action, price structure, price failure. I'm always looking at candlesticks, right? Candlestick patterns. Those tell you your story. It tells you what can be going on one way or another. I also look at price levels. What are levels? I have a set of charts on one screen that all it has on it is price levels. It's just showing me levels of price where price action has responded to that in the past. And I keep those charts on a separate platform. And before I take a trade, I always go back to that to make sure that I'm not coming up to one of those levels that could affect my trade. I'm also big into fundamentals. I listen to fundamentals. I pay for a news feed that's a live news feed that's moderated 24 hours a day. And they send me emails for the mid-session and post-session, and the preview for the New York session and the London session. Absolutely so important to have your fundamentals. You don't have to go out and pay for your news feed. However, you can find free news feeds that are moderated and live. The only difference is you might have a minute delay or something like that, and you probably will not get emails on your sessions. You have to pay for that. But it's so important that you know what's going on around the globe. We're macro traders. We trade everything, right? You need to know when data is coming out. Today we have a full day of data, and we'll get to that in just a moment. So, we need to know when that's going on. So what do? I take my analysis of my charts, my analysis of my fundamentals, and I put together a trade plan. When I get a trade plan together, I enact that trade plan. Once that trade plan is set, I use that trade plan, and I work with that trade plan, and I enter my trades according to that trade plan. Sometimes price doesn't necessarily agree with me, and therefore I don't take that trade. There's 41 currency pairs I can choose from. There's plenty of trades out there. Right? You just have to be patient, you have to be disciplined, and you can't be clicking the mouse every time you see a big red candle, right? That's just the way it is. You have to have a trade plan and plan your trade. All right, that's just a little bit about me. Let's get to the risk disclaimer, keep the legal people happy. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex market. Traders, the name of this game is what? Capital preservation. That's right, capital preservation. And you have to be able to live to trade for tomorrow. So money management is so important. And trade management. So please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's get over to news and commentary. Let's see how the markets closed. The U.S. markets were up again. The Dow 30 up 0.09%. The S&P 500 up 0.24%. And the NASDAQ was the leader, up 0.52%, with the small cap 2000 up 0.11%. Let's head on over to the Eurozone. The DAX closed negative 0.04%, However, the FTSE 100 out of London was positive 0.39%, and the CAC 40 out of Paris was negative 0.34%, and the Euro Stoxx 50 was negative 0.19%. Quite a mixed reaction. A lot going on in the London session, folks. A lot of activity going on in the London session yesterday, and we had no data, but quite a busy London session. I cannot trade the DAX on my Forex platform, but I was paper trading the DAX, and wow, what a move that gave you. At the open of London, it gave me a 100 point move to the upside, went sideways for 20 minutes, and then gave you a 100 pip move down for the next 40 minutes. Really interesting stuff. So I'm studying the DAX. That's basically what I wanted to get, of course, is I'm studying the DAX and we're watching it closely. Okay, the Nikkei 225, which is currently open, is positive 0.53%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is currently trading and is positive 0.03%. We got to be careful with Australia. They got data coming out in less than an hour. The China 850 closed yesterday negative 0.03%, and the Hang Seng closed positive yesterday 0.66%, with the Kospi out of Seoul that is currently trading and is negative 0.34%. Traders, let's head over to the economic calendar. In about 44 minutes, we have the RBA meeting minutes going to be released. That's high impact. We have plenty of data today to keep price action moving. In the Euro session, we have the Great British Pound has CPI year on year. And what else do we have high impact? We have German Zoo economic sentiment today from the Euro, another high impact news event. In the U.S., we have building permits comes out today out of the U.S. markets. So, and we have a lot of medium impact data. Just BOE MPC member Broadbent speaks today. Hopefully I did not mess up his name too badly. So there's plenty of data today. There's plenty of high impact data today. So data is not an issue. We have plenty of things to keep the charts moving. Reference the RBA minutes. That is a mover and a shaker. So by the time you see this, those minutes will have already come out. And I'm sure we'll see a reaction on the Aussie. I would expect it to be a hawkish meeting minutes. I would expect that to be a positive number out of a positive statement out of the RBA. As you know, they have not changed their interest rates in quite a while, and I don't think they're going to. I don't think their next meeting, they talk about it, but I don't think they're going to do it. The economy is doing fine. Commentary is, it's just a great trading week, and it's just, an honor to be trading Forex and options, and I'm just really enjoying the heck out of it. It's challenging. We have earnings seasons going on now in both the European markets and the U.S. markets, so it makes trading quite interesting. And you're saying, well, those involve stocks, and we're getting earnings on companies. That's true, but it affects your currency pairs. So not a lot, but I do pay attention to earnings and who's coming out and what's coming out. There's some big ones that come out that you just got to watch and just sit back and wait and then trade it. However, I do not trade New York session in Forex. I trade it in options. And most of earnings comes out either before the New York session or, of course, it comes out during the day of the New York session, but I'm sleeping at that point. I only stay up till about noon New York time on Wall Street, and that's about it for me. And so I miss all of the afternoon session of the U.S. So I think it's going to be a good trading day and a good trading week. We've got a lot of stuff going on, and excited to be here. And let's get to the charts. This is the Euro-dollar chart. This is yesterday's chart, my friends, and look at this price action. Absolutely nothing. I was in front of my charts yesterday for 6 hours straight. I was at my charts. I was a little excited. I added another monitor to my my configuration, and man, I went from 2 to 3, and what a difference! It just really makes trading so much easier when you have everything right in the eyes blink. Just turn your head and everything's right there. I watched this euro all day yesterday, and nothing, no price action, nothing. So at the same place we were yesterday, and we're going to look for the same trade plan. We're looking to take this down. And I would wait for it to break the daily pivot point and then just take it to the downside with a retest. This is not a hard trade. What's the euro going to do? I don't know. They have data coming out. They have some high impact data coming out in the euro in the London session today. So maybe we'll get a move here. Let's hope so. But we're bearish. That's the important part. We remain biased bearish, right? All right, let's take a look at the pound. This really didn't do anything yesterday either. Quite sideways all day, right? So I did. This is the same fib from yesterday, but I changed the entry points. So now I'm looking for a great pullback here to this 32.45 area. I'm sorry, 33.45 area, and we'll look to take this to the downside. And so I'm looking for quite an aggressive pullback on this pound, and we'll get out at 1.3148. This is an 85 pip trade if this trade works out. And we have plenty of data coming out, high impact on the pound today. So we have plenty of data to get this baby moving. And, I would not be, I'm sure a lot of people are speculating that the data is going to come out because of Brexit and it's going to come out negative. Folks, I don't know. We'll see. They might surprise us and have some good numbers show up. So we'll see. It's going to be an interesting London session. I'm looking forward to it, to be honest with you. I'm pretty excited about it. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie. The Aussie, like I said, has data coming out today. It has their RBA minutes coming out in Asia. And, I think it's going to be hawkish, which means that the Aussie should pull back up. I hope it pulls up to the 200, that green line on the chart, and we'll sell it, right? So I only have a point where I can see a pullback, and we can get in this at 0.7586. If it goes higher to R1 or R2, great. We'll sell it from there. But it needs a pullback. We're not going to chase this. I'm not chasing these red candles. So we're just going to have to wait. And we're not going to do nothing until after the RBA minutes. And that'll be later in Asia. But again, our bias is bearish. Let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. Strange move today. I was doing my preparation and reading and putting my slides together for this presentation. And all of a sudden, this Euro Aussie just popped up out of nowhere. And I clicked the camera to take my screenshot. And this thing just popped up automatically. And that's okay. And I have no idea why, to be honest with you. I didn't see anything in my news feed or anything that had a reason why the Euro Aussie pulled up. I'm sure I'll need to dig a little bit stronger and find out why. However, this is bullish. So we want this to pull back to the 200 exponential moving average with the daily pivot point, the 55 EMA, nice confluence of support. And it's also, like I said, the 61.8 fib at 1.4584, and we'll get out at 1.4637. So, this is a nice 50 pip trade if it pulls back and gives us what we want. I'm sorry, 70 pip trade. So we'll see how this works. If this just might have left the dock without us, and that's okay. We're not going to chase it. We need a pullback, right? We need a pullback. We're not going to chase this price. We're going to let it do its thing, and we'll take it from there. My bias in this pair is bearish. However, with this Euro Aussie, it just does what it wants to do. And when it wants to make a move, it stays in that move for several days. So now I expect this to stay in a bullish move, probably till Wednesday or Thursday, even probably into Friday for the rest of the week. I would expect this Euro Aussie to stay that way. Depending on what happens with these Aussie meeting minutes, this thing can dump like a rock, right? So that's going to play a role in this pair today, and we'll keep an eye on it. Let's take a look at the Euro Yen. The Euro Yen is bearish, as you know. And I'm just looking for this to break this support at the daily pivot point and this 55 exponential moving average. Give us a retest. It has to give us a retest. That's very important part of the trade plan, is that it gives us a retest, and we'll sell it at 117.11. We'll get out at 116.12. Folks, that's a 99 pip trade, right? Can it happen? Absolutely. You know why? Look at the 10 exponential moving average. It is on top of price. We love that when the 10 exponential moving average is on top of price, and we want to go bearish. So nice trade plan. Let's just hope we can get this thing to move. We have, like I said, plenty of data to get this pair up and run. And Japan is back online today from their holiday, so we expect some movement. I'm expecting some movement, absolutely. Let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. The New Zealand dollar basically took off today on me, and during Asia, I didn't see any data come out from New Zealand today, so we're looking for a pullback to the 7100 area. So basically the 70.95 area. I'm looking to sell this. Look at the moving averages, the 10 and the 55, and then you got the daily pivot point there, and the 200, that green line. They're all pointing to the downside. I put a star next to the R2 reversal pivot point, so I'm expecting a bounce there. I'd like to see this bounce and pull back up to the daily pivot point and give us our sell trade. I don't know if that's going to happen, traders. These moving averages have good separation and good angle. This tells me this wants to just continue down. So we're going to have to wait. We might have to go to a 15-minute chart to see if we can get in this trade later in Asia or in London Open. We're just going to have to keep a really good eye on it. But I'm bearish in the New Zealand dollar. I've been for a long, long time, and I remain bearish. So we just need to get our entry. But right now is not the time to enter the trade, folks. This is not the time to enter. We need to be patient and let this come back to us and give us our price. All right, traders, that wraps up our 6 currency pairs. Only 1 minute over today. I'm talking faster or I'm talking less. I don't know what it is. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence Trading, I want to thank you for joining me on a Tuesday, July 19th, 2016. Traders, please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, have a great trading day, and we'll catch you in about 24 hours. Traders, always remember to trade smart and not hard. Take care, traders. See you now. Bye-bye.